Toyota has had a strong market presence through the years. In the MPV segment, we've seen the Innova first. Now we see the Rumion, we see the Hi-Cross. In the sedan segment, we've seen the Etios, we've seen the Corolla, we've seen the Camry, but there's nothing new. However, now with me is the 2024 version or the updated version of the Toyota Camry Hybrid. Now, the evolution of the Camry has been such that in 2002, it was first introduced in India as a pure ICE version. Then in 2013, that was when the major remodeling happened and we saw the hybrid variant come in. Then again, through the years, we saw a few more newer versions come in, and now finally, we have the latest one with us. And now at the starting price of 48 lakhs and available in two variants, I'm going to take you guys around this whole vehicle to see what it has to offer. Welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Vedant Jouhari, and this is the 2024 version of the Toyota Camry Hybrid. So now starting off with the design of the car. Well, at the front, as you can see, it's been really redone from the previous version. It's looking a lot more sportier, it's looking a lot more premium and a lot more aesthetic. Now we get this sort of sawed-off front, this cut-off front, but still looking really sporty with this really sharp cut right here. Now this we've seen in a few other sportier variants of the Toyota, such as the Supra, and this is taken from the Lexus. Now the grille that we get is a lot more premium, as this is a premium sedan. Looking at the headlamp unit, well, we get a C-shaped DRL on either side with the main projector unit right next to that. Now that is a split style unit, with one being your regular headlight and the other being your high beams. Now apart from that, we get this connecting bar in the front that really doesn't light up. However, it does house your camera for your 360-degree camera. Now right on top of that, we get the Toyota badging really bold in the traditional chrome finish that we've seen it in, and also we see these really nice hood lines just to bring out that whole sporty effect of this car. Now this variant that you see with me isn't the one that's currently launched in the market. This is the Sprint variant, which basically means that it's a little more sporty and comes with a few more features. However, in terms of performance, in terms of your engine, it's all the same. So now moving on from the front, as we move to the side of the car, we really start to see the whole sporty element of it come out. So looking here, we get these sportier bumpers at the front, which come out and just blend in with the side skirts of the car. Okay, so now the tires that we get on this are the Bridgestone Turanza tires at a section of 235. Now Bridgestone Turanza tires extremely sticky, and the alloys that we get are in this black to create this whole black and red contrast. Now we get all 4 disc brakes on this, and let me move on from this now. Hooking on, the side view mirrors that we get are in this matte black finish, and it houses also the side camera for our 360-degree view. Now right here we have the HEV badging because this is a hybrid electric vehicle. It can run on pure electric, but that's only for a very short period of time. So now we get these chrome garnishes surrounding our windows, and we get these black units also surrounding it. So now on top of that, the roof that we get is also in a complete matte black finish. Again, just bringing out that whole black and red sporty aesthetic of the Camry Hybrid. So now moving on from this, the rear tire, again 18-inch tires, all 4 wheels are 18 inches. And again, disc brakes at the rear as well. Now moving to the tail lamp, well, we get this wraparound tail lamp right here. Again, the same C-shaped TRL we saw on the front, we see at the rear here. Indicators, everything comes integrated, and the brake lights sort of come out and end right towards the center of our hood. So we get the Camry badging located again in bold right on top, and let me show you the amount of boot space we get in the car. So now for the boot space that we get a huge amount of boot space for the sedan. Extremely spacious, you can fit in at least 3 to 4 suitcases. We have quite a few bags inside, and there's still a fair amount of space left over in the boot. Now let me jump into the car to show you what the interior has to offer and how premium it is, as this is placed in the premium sedan segment. So now sitting in the rear seat in the Camry Hybrid, all I can say is I'm extremely comfortable. So I am 6'1", for example, and the driver's seat is seated for my positioning, and I still have plenty amount of legroom and headroom. Now on top of that, we get a reclinable seat. However, you don't have any functions on the side, in the front, anywhere. So how do you really recline the seat? Well, you have a center armrest, and on this armrest we have a whole bunch of functions right here. We can recline our seat, we can control the infotainment system, we can control the rear sunshade, the blower controls. We have everything right here. So let me quickly show you how we can recline the seat. Well, there's a function located at the top of this, and we can either bring it in front based on our comfort or take it at the back. So we have quite a bit of room to recline and to bring it ahead. Again, depending on your comfort, you can set your settings. Apart from that, we get an adjustable headrest at the rear. We get 2 cup holders right here. We get a very comfortable center armrest. We get access to a boot from the small panel located here. Perforated seats, ISOFIX mounts we get, and we get 2 Type-C chargers located right in the center. On top of that, 2 air vents right here with the blower controls here as well. So that was pretty much all the settings we get for our rear seat, and there's something I'm missing as well. So if you're a passenger in this car and if you don't have anyone else except for your chauffeur, front passenger seat is too close to you. You can control it from sitting at the rear. We have buttons right here which we can move the seat at the back or in the front depending on what you like. So now that's pretty much it for the rear. Let me jump into the front to show you what the front has to offer. So now sitting in the driver's seat of this car, well, again, the premiumness, the comfort really doesn't drop. You're still extremely comfortable in your seat. You feel like you're in a premium vehicle. We get soft touch interiors all over. Even the plastic that we get is all soft touch, all premium use plastic. Now, right here, located on our dash, we get this sort of guitar-y effect of a dashboard, which starts small with your fretboard and then becomes bigger for where you actually strum the guitar. On top of that, we get a 12.3-inch infotainment system with wireless AirPlay, but wired Android Auto, so that may be a slight inconvenience. On top of that, we get a 10.2-inch instrument cluster with a whole lot of customization options. You can change the readings for what you like, you can change your meters for how you like it, and it's just a whole lot user-friendly. It's very customizable based on customers' preference. On top of that, what all features do we get? Well, we get physical controls for our blower right here. We get ventilated seats for both the front seats. We get a wireless phone charger. We get cup holders and a small storage unit right here. 3 USB-C charging points. We get 3 driving modes on this: Eco, Normal, Sport. I'll come to that in a bit. We get a storage unit located right in the center, and this is also quite a big storage unit. Then on top of that, we get a sunroof on this, a small sunroof, but you still get a sunroof on this, and that can be controlled through through these buttons right here. Then on top of that, you get an SOS button here for when stuff goes wrong. Well, come to the steering wheel of the Camry Hybrid. This is electronically adjustable, and these are controls for it, so you can move it telescopic. You can adjust it telescopically, means front or rear, and you can move it up or down based on your preference. So apart from that, we get a 360-degree camera, we get level 2 ADAS, we get traction control settings. This is really sporty. In terms of driving, well, the Camry is brilliant. It's fast, it's fun, it's smooth, it's comfortable, and you feel like you're enjoying the drive when you're in this. So I've driven it for about 30 kilometers or so, and I've driven it slow, I've driven it fast, I've driven it normally, and I wasn't disappointed at any point. I've enjoyed every second of driving the car. The punch of that engine is brilliant. It's a 2.5 litre hybrid engine, 4 cylinders, that puts out around 227 horsepower and 220 newton meters of torque. Now, through the gearbox, if you're driving it in the automatic setting, it's a 5-speed. However, if you shift it to sports and drive it in the sequential setting, it's a 6-speed. It's an electronic CVT, so you really don't feel the gear shifts. But if you understand when to shift it in the manual mode, or if you just leave it on drive and if you gun it, trust me when I say you're gonna have a blast in this car. The suspension setup for when you're driving fast is really good. You can take corners and the suspension will stay firm. But when you're driving it in city conditions, it is soft enough where you're having a plush drive, where you're having a comfortable drive. However, if you don't see some potholes on the road, and if by chance you hit it, you will feel it, you will feel the thud, because at the end of the day, it is a sedan, it is sitting lower on the ground, and you are going to feel bigger undulations. But other than that, overall, the whole driving feel is brilliant. The steering wheel gets heavier based on the speeds you're driving. The brakes are up to the mark, it really slows down. And overall, your field of vision, your driving position, the seat comfort is just out of the world. So hats off to Toyota for that. That was pretty much it about the driving impressions and how the interior of this Camry is. Now let me head out of the car and continue the video. So that was a quick video, a quick review of the new Toyota Camry. When we get this vehicle in our hands for a longer period of time, we can go more in depth and tell you how it actually runs in the city on a day-to-day period. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know your thoughts of this Camry and if you can get a better option in the 48 lakh mark. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. My name is Vedant Jouhari, signing out.